Good morning, subscribers. Welcome to the Commanders List this week. It is what? March the 12th. I am running way behind as I record this on March the 11th. I did just buy a really cool $250,000 gold deal, so be on the lookout for some cool gold coins. What else is going on? I don't know. It's been busy. It suddenly got busy, and obviously the world is pretty busy. Everybody's dealing with it as best they can. Hug those people you love, and if you have people that are serving in the military, just know that I am certainly appreciative of all those that are out there standing the watch, serving the duty. I've been there, and Godspeed to all of you guys and gals, and get back home to us soon. So with that being said, let's start with this 1802 Sheldon 227 AU58 CAC. This coin is not easy to find. I think in Penny Whimsy, this is probably a rarity too, but it's a very popular variety, and it's not easy to find in 58 CAC, that's for sure. You can look up some true views of this coin, but there's all sorts of clashing and all sorts of nonsense going around this, which is one of the reasons why the striking nature of it makes it so popular. CPG on this coin is 9,000. I think that's a little high, honestly. I could be wrong. There's been zero sales that I can find. I'm offering this at $8,500. I'm not making a whole bunch. I did pay strong on this. It's just a super cool coin to have and very wholesome. Just like nice, original, not light brown, which is my favorite, but not dark brown either. It's like right in between. This is like a 60% chocolate candy bar kind of thing. So $8,500. Look up the Sheldon 227. And oh, by the way, if you are a numismatist and you don't have a copy of Penny Whimsy, go buy it. You got to buy a copy of Penny Whimsy. First of all, it's a classic numismatic book. Second of all, it's really, really, really helpful. All right, my phone is ringing. I'm going to hang up on that. What's up next? 1914S nickel in 63 CAC. I love this coin. This coin really punches above its weight class for a 63. It's got really nice luster and look to it. 63 plus, shot 64. 14S's are, like, I would say one of the most common early date mint marked coins. So they're available, they're out there, but they're still super cool. They come better struck than like some of the other S mints, which are just giant blobs right in here and on the shoulder right in here. If you're a Buffalo guy, you got to know your dates, or gal, know your dates for the strikes, and when you can cherry pick a strike. 14S's, not so easy to cherry pick a strike. But anyway, this is $550. Gorgeous looking coin, got really nice color underlined. It's not like wow color, but it's like B plus color. $550. All right. And then this is a 1940S, really nice looking coin. Like, so this is like 5 field, 5 sun, 5 reverse, like all there. Speaking of strike though, also if you're a Walker collector, you should know that this 40S usually comes looking like a giant mitten pancake. This is how it is. PCGS has strike limitations on some of these dates. And this is, yeah, I can see it. Like, it looks like a 5, but because of the strike, this coin is properly graded in my book. But a great looking piece, $250. This is an NGC 5, like all day. And they go for a lot more than $250. So anyway, that's like a cool coin if you're a crack out guy, excuse me, not a crack guy. All right. Another coin for $250, but this is, look how nice that hand is. See how that's, if you find that on a 40S with fields like I just showed you, chef's kiss, you want to buy it. This is a 66 OGH, just a little bit of peripheral toning. This coin probably sat in an album. Sorry for my throat clearing. I'm still getting over my sickness from a few weeks ago. This coin's 250 bucks too, just because it's easily a plus. Probably not a 7, a little too much glossiness right there. See how it's got a little bit of frost breaks? Fun coin though, great collector coin, 250 bucks. All right, moving on next. So this is the highlight of this week's set, these next 4 coins, I would say. These are all early dollars. Starting out with this silver plug. So flowing hair. So if you're doing a flowing hair, I guess, variety set, generally what you'd probably do is you'd have a silver plug, you'd have a 2-leaf, and you'd have a 3-leaf. That's if you want to get super geeky. Here is your silver plug. There we go, right there. You can see the silver plug. This was a bit of an experiment at the Mint to get the planchet in weight. On some of these, especially on worn ones like this, you can't really see the plug. You want to find, no matter what you're looking for, you want to make sure that plug is visible. So what else to say about this coin? I did not send this coin to CAC. It's not going to though. And so normally I end up, providing with you coins that will, either sticker or have stickered already. I mean, I would say 98% of what I offer here is CAC stickered, but with stuff like this, sometimes you just can't be super picky. For what this is, this coin is not bad at all. A little bit of ink right there. It was born in 1795, folks. Lucky if we would all be looking this good after so many hundreds of years. I am asking $12,750 for this coin. That's not cheap. It's not expensive either, but one just sold and fine, I think, for, what was it, a little over 13. It looked nicer than this, obviously, but it was also a little while ago. These are highly sought after pieces and they can't just go anywhere and find them. So, especially in this grade, it's a great grade if you want to fill a hole without completely breaking the bank. So $12,750. All right, now if you want to move on even more, here is a 2-leaf. This is really nice. VF30 CAC, BB21 is a common date, I think, or a common variety. In fact, lots of these are common varieties. 3 leaves, you can always tell right off the bat. If you ever see that little hash mark back there, that is always a 3-leaf. There's your 2 leaves down there by you. This coin has just a really wholesome Cirque cameo look. Very, very, very nice. Another coin that I paid strong for, this is 14 grand. There was a 35 that is sold for 14.4 I think in March of last year, so about a year ago. This coin is pretty nice for a 30. That being said, it's not an XF in my opinion. Maybe you could reach for the 35, but it really doesn't matter too much. 14 grand and a beautiful piece of Americana. All right, they just keep coming. Another 1795. This, if you're doing a 1795 set, is one that you need, along with the other 2. This is a draped bust, this time, in an old Rattler. It's pretty cool. This coin also I did not send, but it won't sticker. I think it will not sticker because, one, clearly it's been lightened, right? Like that coin did not go without toning that long. That being said, John will often overlook a lightening, not a big deal. That's a conservation technique. But there's this thin line right in here. You can see that. It's not horrible, but it blinks. And let's see, it doesn't blink there, doesn't blink there, doesn't blink there. Blinks right there. So that right there, there's another lighter one right there. Never gonna sticker, in my opinion, but pretty wholesome coin in a very cool holder. This is off-center bust, by the way. So if you're doing 1795s all the way through, you need a centered bust, you need an off-centered bust, you need a 2-leaf flowing hair, you need a 3-leaf flowing hair, and you need a silver plug. So why not get on that, you know? Now's your chance to fill, what, 3 holes? This coin is 10850, a PCGS coin, non-CAC, but looked nicer than this, but in normal plastic, sold for 109. Kind of priced it right along that range. Getting a lot of glare on this. These rattlers sometimes just don't do well under this light. There's great luster on this coin. You can see it over, see America, the luster start to go through. Again, maybe I need to hold it a little closer. Oh, that's better. There we go. I love that eagle. Love the eagle in the wreath. So anyway, 10,850 on that one. All right. This probably is my favorite coin of the group, which is really saying something because there's a lot of great coins in here. 1798 small eagle. They come in 13 and 15 star varieties. I love the different varieties on these dates. You can see them on the half dimes as well. I think it was when Kentucky and Vermont came in, they started adding stars and they realized quickly that was going to not go well. They were going to run out of room. This coin I have not sent to CAC either, but it's not going to CAC, and an observant eye will show, especially on the reverse, this coin just has that little shimmery look. It's been lightly cleaned in the past. That being said, it's still very, very, very wholesome. It's got a great look, old green label holder. Can't be too picky with these guys. Still got luster. You can see the luster around the stars. But this coin never in a million years should CAC. So I'm just telling you. This coin exactly sold, I think, a couple times, sold for 13.8, and then it sold for like 14.4. This was years ago, I think in like 2012 or something. I'd have to look up the APR again, but you can look it up with that cert, 1307093. A PCGS that was nice, but also non-CAC, just sold for 16.8. I would say it probably was a hair better, not OGH or anything, but this, nonetheless, I think this coin could at least have a relatively fair fight with it. Probably not win, but maybe. Anyway, this one is $14,750. Small eagle, 13 stars, OGH, killer coin, even though it didn't sticker. Or it won't sticker, excuse me. I did not send it. But I assume with all those auction records, somebody sent it. And then finally, finishing up with a boring old Morgan dollar. No, I'm just kidding. Here we go. This is 1878 seven tail feathers, reverse of 1879. Great white coin. Got a very high end, it's like a 64 obverse. Reverse holds it back, a little bit chippy. And then how do you tell, the best way, it says, flat breast, whatever. The best way to show reverse of 78 or 79, see how that fletching comes out at an angle right there? That puppy, that's a 79. The easiest way to tell it. Don't worry about the breasts and all this nonsense. Look at the fletching on the arrows. It's the best way to say. This coin is $550, OGH, CAC, and a great little variety coin, if you're, especially without breaking the bank. Like in 63, it's the best grade to collect Morgans in. Unless you're looking for a 93S, then you're gonna pay a lot. Or a 95.0 or an 89cc. So anyway, I really appreciate you guys paying attention here. If you like what we're doing, hit the subscribe button. And until next week, happy hunting.